Hello, 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 hello. How are we going? Welcome back. Looks like the wire mill had a mishap. Not a good sign to see. I wonder what recipe that was. Let's go check our wire mill recipes. So I've been working on our crafting for a little bit. These are all one times. Shit. We're gonna increase those to 4. We're gonna increase. These should be fine. Really, it was just those. Maybe like a tin of silver wire can be processed really quickly. I have that suspicion. So we're just gonna quickly reset these real quick. And they should return back to normal. So we apparently missed some engraver recipes. Hang on, these are all cooked. What happened here? What happened here? Bad start today. Bad start. Why are these? Is that storage full? That could be a reason. No, we're good. Did I disconnect something by accident? It was working literally just before. Like 1,000,000%. But I think this net is fine. Yeah, it is. There we are. The wall is not great. Hang on, let's turn this toggle. Where's our screwdriver? We forgot some lenses, so we need to add some more things to it. We're still ironing out bugs with the setup, as you can see. Let's check the drive. Yeah, the drive's empty, so it should have processed the item. Okay, let's just reset these real quick. Maybe there's some weird issue that was one off. I hope. But I don't think it'll be like yesterday where we're just eyeing out issues the whole time. I think it was fine. I think it's fine now. There we go. Okay, that's all reset. Yeah, it must have been one of those wire mill recipes that are less than 5 ticks that caused this. But it did try to destroy the machine. That's the only thing. So I'm not sure if we accidentally had storage full or accidentally might have disconnected it while I was building this up. But yeah, we're going to add a couple more machines to this guy today. And we're going to put some of them inside the clean room. So we can start doing some universal processing in here, which would be nice. And perfect. All right. Hello. All right, let's add some lenses real quick to this. We need to get all these cables going. Cables, and we need some IO ports, and we need some holes. And I think that's all we need. And then we get some interfaces. I can't wait till Goose gets back and he comes and sees that all the art crafting infra has just suddenly changed a little bit. He is not aware that I'm doing this, so let's get some quartz. I don't think Goose or Massix have been on. We need the green and purple cable as well. Can't wait for wireless. Green? Lime cable? Purple cable. Awesome. So we should just be able to chuck these like this. We won't put the filters on just yet. Never mind, we're going to need storage buses. Never mind. I don't know how many more lenses we need, but I think we got most of them. I've just somehow missed the most common one, the diamond one, and the nether star one. So I don't know how that happened, but yeah, that it happened. Let's add like frickin' this memory card as the storage for now. Oh, these are just normal cells. Okay, we can just use normal cells. How are we going? Is the power situation any better than 2 days ago? Yeah, I think we're producing around half a CPM amp on just compressed solars, which is good. We are taking 1.4 ms up with the with the infused solars, as obviously they're all power entities. So yeah, but that's not awful, I guess. It's definitely other things that can be optimized. Yo, DV VEMs, how are we going? I think one of the battery buffers are taking up a whole ms by themselves. Cable anchor. So I can't wait for actual true wireless power. So definitely be swapping to that. Or at least we'll be teleporting LSC controllers. That might be better. All right. We're gonna want to. Is that connected? Okay. Okay, it's just for this one here. I really wish we had MM so I could copy this. But so be it. We do not. And we need to paint these. We need to paint these. Like, grab those. Grab that. I can put this like this. And then we're going to have some MHS like this. Then we're going to have this like that. Going to rotate it. Like so. We're going to need some red cables. So this is why you kind of want to set up lots at once, because it does take a hot minute to build. So to set up like another few interfaces, it's not as easy as just adding a like a conduit. But at least the processing speed is quite fast. Okay. Do that. Oh shit, I put this in the wrong slot. Oh no, it's right, it's right, it's right. Would wireless AE plus energy P2P be badly decent for wireless power? It would be pretty good, yeah. We can use wireless P2P. But I think we're gonna prefer LSC. We'll probably favor LSC. I reckon. Let me get some cells, 1 sec. Because LSCs just store so much more power. I mean, I guess you can just shove EU P2Ps on the output of it. But I don't really like using them too much. We don't have any 1K storage components. Let's see if we can make some. Oh, it was stainless steel rods that got stuck. Why are these all stuck? Why is everything stuck now? None of these are working. What the heck? Okay, this one's working. Oh, we'll keep track of what is getting stuck. Assembling machine. What could have possibly be trying to eject into here? So we've had this issue where program circuits don't like being inserted into the machines for some reason. And they get stuck. Well, that's a bit more than program circuits. That's a lot more than program circuits. How the heck did that happen? I feel like that would be the case of me connecting something incorrectly by accident at some point. And all the machines just ending up together. So maybe we should configure all these to insert only. So they can't actually get ejected. Like, because we could have accidentally just run an IO port through one of these guys. Everything gets cooked. So we're going to toggle all these. Because I have been editing the network quite a lot while trying to craft stuff. So probably not the best of ideas. And all of these technically should be as well insert only. But I don't know if I can just copy just that. I think I'd have to do the NCs as well. Okay, well, we'll pretend let's process something. But wireless A2, doesn't it need a singularity? Yeah. So we'd have to do it in like EV. We'd have to do it next year. We wouldn't be able to do it right now. Okay, those are all working. Those are all working, cool. We'll check if anything's stuck. I think we run out of cells in the main net. It's another thing that we need. And we'll recraft these. So it obviously got stuck somewhere. That looks fine. Observe it, because I think this one got stuck last time. It's 1.9 seconds. It shouldn't have got stuck. Sorry, I'm just going to take it as to me editing the network. And that's why they broke. This looks fine. We might need to get Soy to craft us some more cells as we're adding stuff. That bang machine was also wrong, so that's probably where it got stuck. Okay, there we go. Insert that one. Those are good. All right, let's try finish this off with some white and blue cables, and we need the paintbrushes. I wonder where we put the paintbrushes. Probably in this chest down here. Nope. Let's go down here. Brush. Then a backpack maybe? I have definitely had them because, oh, they must be in my backpacks. Let's go check my backpacks. Because I enchanted them. Yeah, there we go. Shit. All right, we are looking for blue and red. So blue, red, blue, red. We're going to need some more cells to input into there. That's fine. This, we need to put an interface right here. Anchor. This. We're going to want storage buses here with white cables and green cables. Get some interfaces. Too many things to manage. No more blue cables. Lapis. Yo, Temis, how we going? Welcome. Good morning. There's some issue of hollow glasses. You notice I don't use them. I should use them. They're just not. They are working. Dun, dun, dun. I know before in previous, I don't know if you're watching VODs or something, or me a while ago, I wasn't. So I just forgot to wear them. All right. The hollow glasses are basically essential for this setup. I get some storage buses. I need like an inventory I can switch to that just has its freaking all the A2 components. Are you doing the dark subnet magic? What is that? Dark subnet magic. What Goose alluded to in his Nothing series. I haven't watched Goose's Nothing series, so I'm not sure what you're on about, but feel free to elaborate. I don't know if Goose would design something like this. Okay, cool. We're gonna have to connect these with some quartz fibers. And these should be, oh, they're the wrong way, I think. They're configured wrong. So we need to go transfer the network, transfer the network, transfer the network, transfer the network. Something about subnets to reduce channels. You create more channels by using subnets. You create more channels by using subnets and reduce them from mainnet. So you create them in other areas, but you reduce using them from the mainnet. But I wouldn't say I'm particularly trying to reduce channels by using subnets. I'm using subnets so I can manipulate the pathing of items. That's the main reason for using subnets in this case. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do that. So let's get some. Am I using interface P2Ps at all for parallelizing the graphs? No, I'm not using interface P2Ps at all. It's all normal interfaces. Okay, let's get this. I feel like, okay, this cell workbench has a different MBT. And is that because this is the restricted cell restriction? No. You can copy it. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if this works. Restricted, restricted. Okay, nice. We're just using normal P2Ps and we're using blocking mode inside these ME chests. So that's what distributes all the cells. We want the restricted cells in here. Then we want normal cells in these guys. Cool. And I think that's all set up. We just need to put the diamond lens in. These storage. We need storage plus this with weird crap. Like so. This one can be diamond lens, I guess. We'll put diamond lens. We got it right here. And then we're gonna want like nether star lens or something. I know we don't have nether star lens. I know nether star lens can be used for diamond lens stuff, so maybe we don't. But I'm sure there's specifically some things that can only use the nether star lens. Whatever, we won't do anything for now. We'll only do it when we need to do it. We'll make sure the priority's at 1,000. And we'll add sticky cards just to make sure they can't go into mainnet. Sticky cards are fine in a subnet, but I wouldn't advise using them too much, especially if they're on main. The only reason I'm using them here is to ensure the NCs get redirected into their correct positions. Where do you download blueprint? Blueprint protections? What's that? Weird questions today. There's blueprint protections. Okay, this is going to be 1K cells. We are going to need to shove more in the main net. Looks like none of our crafting info is stuck, which is a good sign. And we're just going to get the advanced blocking cards. Also, all these machines, we were missing one machine of everything before. I wonder if that's where they all ended up when we saw that cell earlier. We did just chuck the diamond lens away. And you're right, we should probably just make an A2 backpack. Like a lot of this shit is pretty useless. Let me remove some things. Let me remove some things from my storage. I definitely don't need a lot of this stuff. A lot of this stuff is kind of handy though. I guess I don't need that. You can't remember the name of it, but the projection tool, can you download projections? What? Oh, a matter manipulator? Is that what you're talking about? This thing? This? I'm assuming you're talking about this thing. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's only for New Horizons at the moment. I don't know if Pineapple has forked it to be able to be used for other mods. I think he might have. But for what I know, it's currently just New Horizons that has it. Schematica? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. You probably just have to search it up and download it. that's the best advice I can give you. I've never used Schematica before, so I'm not sure. What's the advantage of using single item partition cells? So, okay. So in here, we're only storing one extruder shape per thing, and these I ports store one extruder shape per cell, right? We're doing this so that we only extract one per cell, because you only want one non-consumables per cell. You don't really want your cell to fill up with non-consumables. And we're putting these cells that are loaded right here. And then once AE2 detects some items, we will pull the items into the same cell with the non-consumable, and it will send it out. And we're using these restricted ones so we can ensure only one is going into each cell. It's a pretty cool mechanic. And then we're doing the same with this machine subnet. Okay, let's go back down here. I'm taking quite a while to do this, but it's all right. We're going to put this in. We're going to put blocking mode on here. We're going to rename it to diamond lens. Engraver diamond. And then we should just be able to input all the NC items in here. And there we go. There we go. Cool. Let's see if our 1Ks have been made. We've only got 2 of them. They are stuck on silver cables, and vacuum tubes, which is in our assembler down here. I like how this one's stuck now. The easy one's stuck. It's probably conflicted with something. Let's get some steel rods. What's this trying to make again? This should have blocking mode, so it shouldn't do this. I swear I enabled it. I did. So I shouldn't have done this. But I think it's somehow prioritizing this 3 circuit. For some reason. I always thought the priorities worked like... Oh, maybe it works like this. Hang on, wait. Yeah, okay, that's the priorities. Okay, awesome. C3 is Raza the fancy rounders. Yeah, it fucking sucks. Wait, is Schematica in New Horizons by default? How did I not know that? How did I not know that? Okay, and those all delayed because of the stainless steel ingots. Let me try re-queue it. What's it called? HV piston. I wonder why those are stuck as well. Legit, our whole base is cooked. Whole base is crafting Infra is cooked. Why is this stuck? Has this got blocking mode on it? There is blocking mode on the EBF. Interesting. Is something stuck in here? The stainless steel here, but I'm guessing we don't have fluid or this is off. It's just off. It's just power failed. Okay, nice. I see. Sorry, I need to steal your EBF. No, that's okay. It's okay. I can do the mixing and you can do the EBFing. Let's add some more cells. Hopefully it saturates all of it. We do have enough cells. Okay, cells shouldn't be an issue. I thought they were. I just felt like I wasn't saturating them all. Whatever. Is anything stuck? No, everything looks fine to me. We should put some lamps or something. I think that'd be cool. To tell when there's like something in the subnet. We have macerators to add. All right, let's get some more 1Ks because this is kind of our benchmark at the moment. There we go. Everything looks like it's running. Let's get some rods going. Oh, we want to add this recipe and see if we can get this working. Okay, let's do that. It's not an engraver recipe, so we're good. Because these do take a while. These are engraved gold chips, I believe. Oh, they're 5 seconds each. They're not too bad. So 2.5 seconds each. So we can queue like 1,000 of them and we'll see what happens. We'll just double check this is all hooked up correctly. Blocking mode, cell, cell. Holes. Cells aren't filling this for some reason, so we're going to double check why that is the case. Why isn't this the case? Let's look. So cells are in there normally. Let's put this on a higher priority maybe. Yeah, it's on 1,000 priority. That's probably why. Okay, there we go. Now we got cells. Because I think the output is a higher priority than this. Do you do streaming full time? No, I do not. I work in engineering. I'm a flow assurance engineer. You're a math doctorate student? Damn, and you probably put more time into GH than your past 2 semesters into your thesis. That's funny. I put 2 weeks into my final engineering thesis last last semester. It was so cooked. I did my thesis in 2 weeks. Oh, but yeah, I'm a fresh grad, so not gonna lie, but a friend of yours started making a video on Singleblock. Universal automation? Really? Damn. Oops. Yeah, I've been planning this for a little bit. Been planning it for a little bit. Okay, these should all start getting filled up. I don't have conveyors on here just yet, so let's go shove these on. There we go. Okay, they should be filling up. There's also another bug I have to report, and that's MH has caching items they shouldn't with these restricted cells. Oh, and I haven't added any of the conveyors on here. Okay, let's import. 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 I think I just put the wrong one on. Is that export? It's fine. Okay, so we're getting the cells cached there, so it's getting ready for more. Let's try order some of these engraved gold chips. Let's do like 1,000 or 840, I guess. And we'll see all the bending machines get placed. They should all fill up. All of these should fill up. There we go. And now everything's running. Everything is running. Fuck it. Maybe we do add some sort of lamps to tell when they're on. We can do that pretty easily. Like even inverted lamps are like right here with the redstone on it, or right here. You're laughing because the timing is too funny? Damn, that sucks. They can try to copy my design if they want. Good luck. Now, my design is actually really simple. If I did take a while to design, I spent the whole weekend designing it. The whole last weekend designing it. And then basically after work, I've been trying to fix this up a little bit. Let me get a wand. Where is my wand gone? I need to light up the top of that thing. So no monsters can spawn. Okay, this looks like it's working pretty well. Didn't sleep at all in the week of your honors. What thesis was you? Too many good influences. Wow, crazy, crazy. Okay, this is working so well. Nice. Well, let's look at the output. Let's look at the output. So we're making crystal chips this quickly. Engraved gold chips. I think this is at full parallel capacity. Looks pretty slow to me. Maybe we could add some more. No, I think it's fine. I think it's good enough for HV. There's no way we're going to be using this many. Cool. And these pistons, I think we're just limited by the EBF. So EBF is so slow. That's pretty cool. Definitely if you're a math doctorate student, you might like it. It's a fun design challenge. It's a fun design challenge. Universal is just a fun concept in general. But this just takes it up another step. Being able to do any machine and all these 16 arrays and any circuit array or any NC. So we might add some more modules to this. I was thinking maybe we start them from the roof and go down. But a lot of them are just going to look like this because they're just going to be macerator, alloy smelter. Oh, I guess we're going to do an alloy smelter. We should do alloy smelter as a true universal. But a lot of the machines, you only need one input. And we're just going to add it to this array just because. Why not? Hello, Jetlag. Has Jetlag seen my array? What is Jetlag doing? Why is Jetlag going to my bed and then teleporting away? Wait, hang on. We got tag locks, right? We got tag locks. That was a mistake, Jetlag. 16 tag locks on my guy. Oh wow, you're watching. What? The tag locks are a witchery thing, and it allows you to mess up players if you know how. You can like. We have to, yeah. There's some more issues that we're getting, so let's see what they are. Ah, so the machine didn't break fast enough? Is that what just happened? How did this happen? So this is a case of the machine not breaking for some reason, and I don't know why. I don't know how to fix that. We might need to add some more logic somewhere. Oh, there's also something else I wanted to test. Oh, it's not going to break because the thing... What was in here? 2 item circuits. Okay, if that happens again, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how you diagnose these issues. What is in this cell? What is in this cell? I don't know why we have the cell on us. Oh, it's just random crap. Oh, lol. I thought that was going to go in main A storage or whatever. FTB utils chunk claiming makes half of which are useless because you can't interact blocks in the area you don't own. Luckily, I think everyone has access to each other's blocks, so it's not too bad. Okay, so we've got this weird case where cells just got left over in here. Not sure why. Let's see if we can work on some inverted lamps or something. Is there anything else we can stress test? It looks like that all worked. What's some lathe recipes? Let's see some quartz rods. We'll let these go for a while. Because these are normally slow. I don't think we have many lathes though, so... Any lathes, apparently. We do have layers, they're just not getting inserted. Let's check if we have any cells. We might have the same issue here where this is not on, yeah, it's on 0 priority. There we go. Okay, it should be good now. There we go. Now the lathes are happening. Well, that's not even just lathes. That is lathes. Epic. We've only got 8 lathes, so only a couple are going to buffer. This is the check delay in item covers. Your universal got bricked by the same way when it reset to 1 tick. I've accounted for it, but they can brick on here because these are only 5 ticks. So if the recipe processes faster than 5 ticks, it can get cooked. The only thing I'm thinking is that if the output does get full for some reason, or AT thinks it gets full, these annihilation planes won't work, and they'll just keep the machine here. So this is why I had a buffer in my old setup to mitigate that. So we could do the same thing here. Like we could have like a hull, or we could have it go into this hull first. Or output into this hull first, and then output here or something. I don't know, but it should just buffer in this ME interface. It should always be space in this interface. I think. I don't know. But that's one of the issues that could be occurring. Yeah, I'm using the hull. Yeah, so you can pass through fluids, items, and power through one block. It's pretty nice. So what I wanted to do... Sorry then, thank you for the raid. How are we going? I wanted to build some of these in here. And I also want to test something real quick with these hulls. Right. So I already showed 9 this bug. And I need to find if there's a better way to transport items in and out through it without it getting cooked. So we need to get some of these covers. So let's put this down. We need to get an item detector cover. You're going to hate yourself more and more. Currently you're having fun. Let's go. That's fine. Don't worry. GTH isn't too bad. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. What tier are you at? We have a cover still in here. I guess we do need one of them. We'll put it this side. Put the detector cover on top. Put on that. I think 1 is fine. Only overworld run. It's gonna be painful. That would be alright. That's not too bad. You should have access to everything. Not having access to the nether can be painful for bees, but it's doable. We need a detector cover. A shutter cover. Shutter cover and the machine controller cover. Bang. There we go. Yeah, you're going to run into a couple issues, but it's not too bad. Everything is mitigatable. It should be fine, yeah. I'll show you guys the bug that I'm encountering. I've done GOG dim locked. So everything is possible up until deep dark. Chest. All right. Let's get another chest here. Cool. We're going to want this cover right here, this RS latch. We need to figure out if there's another way we can distribute items so we don't have a cell buffer. Right, and we just need some redstone alloy. Red alloy, sorry. Okay, so our first issue is that conduits just don't connect to machine hulls that have shutter covers on them. So that's a no-go. We need to figure out some way to distribute items into this thing. So it updates the shutter module cover. Normally, I would want to use A2. Like the ideal solution, right, is using a storage bus here. Using a storage bus here, we'll put a subnet on it. So I know there's got to be a way that actually works where I can only keep one buffer. Storage bus, and we just need an interface. Interface. And we'll do a cell. We got a cell there. Okay. So what this circuit does is it basically, let's get some more cells. It keeps one cell in this ME chest until it's finished processing. So we can put this through. Let's go to Redstone block. This should be right. Yeah, even this doesn't like to work. I don't know. Oh, there's a filter on here. Okay, that works. Hang on. Wait a second. Have we got these machine covers set right? Enable of Redstone. Open and work enabled. Maybe the conveyor is too strong. Our conveyor might be too quick. Let's get a HV conveyor. So if we put one of these items through, should turn off this. Yeah, perfect. And this won't let any other items come through the subnet, right? So they're all going to be stuck here until we give it another signal. We'll block the subnet again. What is this loop? Interesting loop. Hang on. What was that loop? Is that going to cause us issues? Wait, storage bus seems to be working now directly. Kinda. Well, I don't think we want to... Let's put a redstone button. Let's put a button. It's probably easier to figure it out. Hang on, so we got one cell in here. We should have two here. Yeah, okay. And the storage bus just doesn't want to pull into this again. But that's the bug that we're encountering. I see, okay. But if we replace the storage bus... Now everything goes through? What the fuck? Hey, Onyx, how are we going? Has anyone ever told me to play GregTech 6? No, actually. I've never tried GregTech 6. Is it good? Do the Project Red lamps work in this? Do we have any? GregTech 6 is different, but still quite good. Oh, okay. It's good in its own way. Is GregTech, is that the one all the mods uses? I actually have no idea. Let's get some green lights or something, or like these ones maybe. Inverted green lamp, that's probably what we want. We can put it there. We can put it like right here. So we can see which one's processing. MSPT at 80? What the fuck? I cannot feel anything. Okay, we can definitely see it. Okay, now you can see what is running. Kinda. Because these are built into the ground. We could put like architecture blocks that go down to see it. If I can be bothered. Let me run Opus for a second. You don't know how the server will survive past the EV/IV with the rate dropping? It's fine. We can make optimizations. I'm running Opus right now. Let's see. It did clear up a lot of the mobs. The mobs were taking up a lot. I can see that. It's running. That's probably going to slow the server down a lot. Yeah, it's peaking up to like 130 because I'm running Opus. How's the Universal Array? It's going well. All right, let's look. Yeah, so from what I can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 6, 6. Entities are taking up 30 milliseconds of our tick time currently. Still on Opus. We have cows, chickens, sheep, and pigs, and bats taking up 3, 6, about 15 milliseconds. And then the rest is taking up the rest of the milliseconds. Chromium golems, ooh. They don't take up too much. It's okay. What else can I see? What else can I see? Update time is fine. Applied logistics looks fine according to the handlers. CSI. Sorry, Opus. It's a pretty good tool. Yo, Zuna, how are we going? Yeah, I just ran it. How are we going, Azuna? How was your stream? How much work do you think it will be to swap out single blocks each tier? It's annoying because you kind of have to swap them all at once unless they make different arrays for different power tiers. But I figured out a way that you could probably get past it if you redesigned it a little bit more. So good. Let's go. Let's go. You go to sleep? All right, you can go to bed. It's okay with me. 2 blood outers, Owry, implosion compressor, and guards for the blood later. Damn, that's fire. That's some progress. That's fire. Okay, I don't know if there's any better ways. I think we're going to stick to what we're doing now with this setup here. So I think it's fine. We're going to replicate it in the clean room real quick. I think it's going to take a while, but should be right. You guys are HV today? Hey, same tier as us. Finally in the same tier as us. I mean, for TPS, I would say just void freaking every mob. All right. We need some more hulls, actually. Let's get some more hulls. HV in 3 weeks. It's crazy. And in GOG. Let's go. Let's go. We're actually going to make 16 of these, I think. Looks like these are still processing, which is good. Are these all lathe recipes? Yeah, they're all lathe recipes. Nice. I don't think I have any passive mobs. Let's check my witchery area real quick. I might have some passive mobs there. We just need Covens really for BM. Okay, I don't really have any mobs down here, so. That's not gonna work. I think it would be a good idea to turn off mob spawning. All right, let's get some shadow covers. Dun, dun. We're going to need a few more covers than that. And we do need HV conveyors, surprisingly. So let's batch some of those. The top one, we need an item detector cover. Sorry, the last few streams I've just been building this thing. At least it's different. Promise we'll get to something magic soon. It's a cool thing that we did just get, and it's this cover copy paste tool. So we're going to use that. Awesome. Let's get some conveyors. I don't know if these are in a universal array. No, they're not. They're not. They're in the normal crafting array, which is probably full. And still waiting on stainless. We really need to fix this power issue here. Soy, can I steal some stainless? Are you selling stainless? Or can I cook it in your EBF at least? If you're still watching. These battery buffers aren't even full. These are all full, so that should be fine. So I said go for it. Okay, we're gonna get a fuck ton of stainless dust, and we're gonna cook it in your EBF. And we can steal it from 9 as well. Damn, we got options. I'll see how much stainless we can mix. I think we probably have manganese passive. Oh no, we don't have chrome at all actually. And manganese, why do we have no manganese or chrome? I guess we're not doing GOG, so we don't have sluice juice set up. I guess that's why. Do GTH multi-block turbines waste power when they're full? Or turn themselves off? They waste power, so you need to turn them. You have to latch them yourself. All right, see you, Onyx. Thank you for joining. All right, let's get these conveyor modules on. We might actually have enough stainless. Yeah, we might be good. Maybe. Oh shit. We might need to invert these covers because we're going to be building at this side. All right, let's get started on building it. So we're going to need a hull. I actually do enjoy building these ones rather than the actual things. Rather than these. These are kind of annoying to build. So let's get some hulls. Let's get some forged micro blocks. I like doing redstone. Redstone is my favorite part of automation. So we're going to need pulse former. We're going to need state cell. We're going to need RS latch. I love RS latches. They're so nice. We're going to need some red alloy wire. And we'll build it one step at a time again. I don't know how many we're going to build in the clean room. We'll see how many we can fit. See ya, Zuna. Cheers for raiding me. Once again. How many can we fit? Okay. We could do them... We could orientate them a little bit. That's right. We'll go 1 every 3 blocks. We could do that. Or we could do it so it's like 1 there. I mean, that fits perfectly. So we could fit maybe 8 in a room. If we orientate them on the side, it's going to be a bit trippy, but we could do it. Yeah, let's try orientate it. Maybe it would look good. Now the thing is, do we want them facing each other so the outputs are facing each other? Yeah, I think so. And we'll do it like this as the input. Like so. We actually do have a space, so we'll do it like this. And if we come into any issues, too bad. Oh, we'll do it 1 block in front. Maybe we do it another block, just so we have a whole gap. Because that's kind of tight. Ah, it's fine, it's fine. She'll be right. Okay. We'll do it like this. Thing is, we'll be able to parallel 8 circuit assemblers as well. It's gonna be nuts. We're gonna need to get some of these guys. It's gonna be so trippy building it like this. Like what even is happening? What is happening? Okay, so we're gonna have to arrange the covers. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. That's how it's gonna be. Hey, Hammerson, how are we going? Cool. And then is there enough for a 3 block gap? 1, 2. Oh, it's gonna be close. I think we can do it. Yeah, we can do it. This is gonna be really, 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 really hard to actually compact. I think we can fit them all in. I'm doing well, I'm doing well. It's been quite the fun challenge trying this, so. I think these universals are just look kind of crazy inside, inside this clean room. So we're gonna try fit them. There we go. Shit. Like this. I mean, I may as well just put the freaking machine, these guys here, because we know they're going here. This will make it easier at least to place these guys. Bang. 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 All right, let's get one more cover. Forge microblocks. Not lapis solidas. We do not need that one. We need these and we need these. Not those. Ooh, vac nuke discussion. Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's get some machine control covers. And we're gonna remove these. I think we have to remove every side because our shutter is different. Yeah, we do. Because we're doing them on the other side as well. All right, let's figure out how we're going to orientate this. So we're going to have the redstone down below. So we're going to need these guys here. Like that. Then we're going to want the shutter cover on this side. Like so. Then we're going to want the item detector covers on this side. And we're going to put these to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, we're doing the universal in a clean room now. You haven't missed too much. I've literally just been working on the universal setup still. It's the same thing. I did fix the lathe, so we can do lathe recipes now. This looks like I got cooked. Okay, yeah, for some reason these annihilation planes sometimes don't extract, so we might have to figure out something to combat this issue. But I don't think it's, yeah, look, as you can see, it just didn't extract. And normally that's because the output is full. Normally that's because the output is full. Which it shouldn't be, like ever. It might be our storage full. We still have space. Like we can destroy these manually, right? And they do go in, so we might need to have some sort of buffer to make it make sure they can break. Or is the toggle bus just not toggling? Is that the issue? We could put a buffer gate here, maybe? Using a level maintainers for autocraft? No. Oh, it's because the subnet. Me. It did break. Yeah, I don't know why that happens. There might be some jank that we need to figure out. And this as well. Why isn't that? Some jank somewhere we need to figure out. It's when the machines don't break for some reason. I think the easiest way to solve that is having a buffer here that pushes all the items into a P2P tunnel into this net. I think that's the easiest way to like guarantee solve that. So items always have a location to go into. Yeah, it does need actual storage, but sometimes I think it can bug out, especially when everything's filtered. But we'll wait a little bit more and we'll see if that's still the issue. And then we can put in some mitigation tactics to figure out how to reduce the chance of that happening. And eventually we'll get there and the setup will be good enough, but yeah. It's just going to follow a bunch of design iterations like normal. I think that's one of the main bugs that we have right now. Sometimes machines don't get destroyed. Let's write a sign. Machines sometimes don't get destroyed. Add a storage buffer. Yeah, it needs actual storage space and not just space in the inventory. So it has to be able to find the path to where the items have to go in this AE network. And if it can't, it will just get stuck here. So I'm thinking that it's not fast. It's the AE network isn't calculating it fast enough. So we need some sort of internal buffer right here to path those items. Or we add a buffer just here. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it for now. But I think I've got the issue. I know the issue. I know how to fix it if it keeps happening. It definitely will be. It definitely will keep happening, but... Alright, we need one more cover. And that is the conveyor cover. So let's get some of those. Conveyor, there we go. And we get the IO port. And we'll just shove these here. It's getting pretty tight. Wish you could help me. It's okay, it's okay. I can figure out myself. By myself. I think. Maybe. We need some more red alloy. And I think I accidentally voided. I didn't void them, but I put my components down here. Get Emma in here? Oh yeah, we need Emma. Red alloy. Let's get a post former. Need Ivy Lee. Post former. We need state cells. Nice. Okay. I did chuck them all away by accident. Okay, let's put our healing X back in our offhand. And we're going to want to put state cell here, 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 state cell here. Then we're going to want to put pulse over there, pulse over there, pulse over there, pulse over there. Do you tend to stream at this time usually? No, not particularly. I normally stream later. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And we can go bang, 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 bang. We can put all these alloy cables down. We could use the inverted lamps as well, why not? Yeah, as you can see, something else bugged out here. I'm just going to pretend it didn't happen. But yeah, I think adding a intermediate buffer storage might be a good idea. Okay, it's definitely a good idea. A lot of the stuff's getting stuck. Otherwise, we need to figure out how to get some sort of more like timing. Hang on. Maybe it's not that. 1 second. Maybe it's my logic flawed. I mean, there shouldn't be another cell on there. There shouldn't have been another cell on there. So maybe it's when a cell gets stuck behind. We'll check no cells are in here. There's something sus. There's something sus. So it's either they're not breaking, these blocks aren't breaking, or there's residual cells in these IO ports that shouldn't be there for some reason. Do you think it has something to do with the machine processing state or something else to do with the block state not being able to be removed? I'm not really sure. It could be a lot of things, I think. I do think we add buffers to see if that fixes things. I think we're just going to keep testing the extruders. We actually are going to increase the sizing because I do think that makes it a bit more consistent. Let's do like 1,000 iron rods again. We're going to have infinite iron rods. That should saturate everything. Yeah, everything is on. Yo, thank you for the follow, Bull Rat. All right, we're going to put some state cells on these guys. And then we should just be able to turn these. Shit, I accidentally edited this. Sorry, smeggled Bull Rat. My bad. These aren't the right. Oh, they're pulse folders. I'm stupid. Okay, I think we want them facing that way just so it doesn't interfere with anything. And we want the input on the other side. Input on this side. Like so, and then we'll want it inversed here. We want input there, input there, input there, input there. And we'll increase this to 0.5. We could try to increase this timer as well. I don't think this is going to make a difference. A lot of repetitive setup with this setup, but at least it's easy. At least it's modular. So it's easy to figure out where something is going wrong. Cool. Beautiful. Oh shit. Holy crap. Now we need to get... Oh, the single blocks are going to be different. Fuck. Because we've orientated it differently because... Fuck, okay. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, if we do engravers, we're choosing to send all the engravers into here. Okay, let's get the annihilation and formation planes, and we'll get the white cables. Nah, I'm gonna keep it the same. I'm gonna keep it the same. I think all these will keep at this orientation, but this is fine. We're gonna run different machines through here anyway. We're gonna move all those recipes, all these engraver recipes into the clean room. And we can change it so that we have the activation detector covers on two sides. We can have it on this bottom side, and we can also have it on the west side. So it should be okay, I believe. We'll just be outputting Redstone signal from 2 points, which doesn't really matter too much. Let's get a storage bus. So I think we're probably going to favor that. What's up, Soy? Looks nicer when it's in a symmetric room. Yeah, it does. I like it. I like the look in here. Oh, and when it's more compact as well. Because I'm thinking that I might move these downwards. I wish I'd welded it, because I would just weld edit it, to be honest. But I would move these down 2 blocks, and then I can put another row on top. And then I would probably move these a bit closer, but I don't want to do that right now. Maybe I can ask someone to go weld it on the server so I can do that real quick. It's for aesthetic purposes. Bang. Okay, this looks good. That's very big. That's huge. I can say huge. I don't have Soy still watching. But before it didn't. Oh, we've only got one. Hang on, it's going to be rough to fit things into. We can do it though. We can do it. Soy's always watching down. Sus. I just realized we have these covers the wrong way around. Oh, that could also be an issue. We were importing. Let's check these are all orientated the right way. We're importing things and... Okay, one of the extruders fucked up. And how could a single machine get input into here without... I don't understand how that works. We have to do some further investigation into that. Okay, it looks like one machine broke during that. Rod. Let's do another like 2K. Let's test that again. We'll just keep testing. We'll see if we get reproducible errors. And if they're all the consistent, we'll iron it out. Is it a complex way of autocrafting? Yeah, it's a very complex way. So these modules can replace any machine, and any machine can do any circuit. It's kind of the thing, and it can parallel them all. And then what I'm doing in here is I'm doing a setup for engravers. So we can parallel any lens inside the clean room. It's just a challenge I've always wanted to do, so. At the moment, I'm not liking how inconsistent it is, so I don't know if a tutorial would be worth it right now. I'm going to have to iron out these issues before I can share how to build it. Let's go to get some more cables. These annihilation planes, the annihilation planes are just going into an interface that is put directly above here. So let's get an interface. Okay. So we'll put, shit. I mean, technically we're never going to be outputting. We'll keep it consistent. It's fine. I was going to say, technically we're never going to be outputting fluids. So it doesn't matter that we don't have a hold immediately above this machine. But I'll keep it the same as the other setups. Okay, it's going to be like this. And then we're going to want a toggle bus, an inverted toggle bus, ME toggle bus, normal one. Actually do need some more toggle buses. Wonder if we have any laying around. Oh, we got tons. Only multi-blocks didn't take so long to form. People were theorizing using ME cells, spatial cells. That could work. What's Universal? Oh, Universal V2 is... It's kind of like a community designs universal system. I actually managed to... I mean, I didn't know about Universal V2 much until I built this. And I looked at the thread after I designed this and I realized they're using a lot of the same mechanics that I use. I don't know if they're using restricted cells and IO ports, but I knew they're using a lot of IO ports and ME chests. I always knew IO ports were strong, so I wanted to design something with IO ports. And this is what has resulted. Yeah. And thank you for the follow to Tino. Bang, bang. Oh my goodness, this is so compact. Okay, let's get some hulls. All right, we'll chuck these holes here. And this is so nice. It's so cursed to look at though. Import, and we'll export to the interfaces. We do need to rotate all of these guys. That's basically the whole thing set up. Yeah, I prefer making my own designs as well. I think it's a lot more fun and it's a lot more satisfying once you get it working. Just understand like the concepts from V2 and then try improve it. It's kind of how you should be playing New Horizons. Oh fuck. We should probably make those HV hulls so we can put power into them. We'll get the cables. Superconductor. Oh shit. Okay, hang on. Let me think. So we may not be able to power it the normal way. We could use diodes. Do diodes take items as an input? Oh shit. We might have to power them the ugly way. Okay, let's not connect that to that. We might have to power them from the front. Just needs 8 amps. Yeah, we're good. Cool. Man, I can't wait to put this on both sides of the clean room. All right, so that should be power sorted. We'll just have to route that somewhere. Maybe we can put like a diode down there or something. Should be good enough. What else do we need to do? So we need to set the actual storage buses for input, and we would need to put the dense cables. Doesn't even have to be dense cables. No, it does have to be dense cables because these annihilation planes do take up a channel when it's on. So we will have to use dense cables there. That's fine though. This kind of makes me want to redesign these to be a bit more compact. Ah, shit. At least I guess I can power these through some anchors. Anchor. Ah, shit, too much stuff in my inventory. Quartz fiber. There's just too many components that I use. I think I can remove all the redstone components. So the way the formation planes work is that they place the multi-block so that the face is facing the formation plane. We should probably test that, but I believe that's how it works. Otherwise, we're kind of cooked and we have to rotate this whole thing. But it should be placing the face on the formation plane, which is perfect. Shit. We're gonna light source right here. Looking forward to the waterline. The waterline's pretty fun. It's fun if you like automating things, that's for sure. It's definitely different experience with some people. Does anyone else feel like AE2 is too easy once you get the hang of it? Yeah, you could say that. It's pretty nice. All right, let's get these down. Look, we even have spare space. How did we manage this? Oh, we do need to set extracts on these IO ports there. So maybe we won't have spare space. Spoke too soon. So we might need to put another hole here. And we'll grab some covers. And we'll need some more interfaces. So let's get some conveyor. Is that enough? Yeah, it is. It is. And we'll export this side, I guess. And then we'll need to add some of these purples for the output subnet. And I thought we had a space free. Guess not. You can do anything with OC. Yeah. You know, there are some automations late game where OC is actually worse than Redstone solutions. Like mag matter. So OC isn't all completely good. Like the best for everything, which is nice to see. Like you can still do it with OC, it's just gonna be slow. There might be a way to speed it up, but I'm fairly sure IO ports are going to be the fastest automation you can ever make for anything. SFM also does work. SFM is also incredibly quick. In terms of throughput, IO ports are the fastest. All right, let's grab some interfaces. I got tons of interfaces in my inventory. Oh my goodness, this looks so nice. All right, we need to get some wireless, a wireless connector in there. And some P2Ps. Did anything get stuck, by the way? Looks like we got one machine stuck this time. And it's got the same bug. So there's two possible cases. One is that we're somehow inserting cells that only have an extruder in them. I think that's the only possible case, actually. No, it's not. The other is somehow two cells are getting input into this IO port at a time, which shouldn't happen, like, at all. That should never happen. I wonder... Can you put empty cells in there? Like, you can maybe buffer these with empty cells. Oh, you could. So we could force cells to get stuck so there's only one at a time. Like, forcefully. And if they do get stuck, no other cells can get input into the thing. That might be a shout. That might be something we can do. We could... Okay, we'll try to do that, and we'll run them through again. It looks like everything did process, which is good. But we'll try to run them through again. Oh, shit. We're poor. Missing some white ME cables. Oh, yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know what you mean. Fuck, we're poor now. We're poor, we're poor, we're poor, we're poor, we're poor. We need universal compressors. Oh, they're cutting machines. We can't do those yet. Shit. Oh, we do. We actually do have a lot of cells free. 1 second. There's 55 in there. Oh, we do have a stack here. Okay, it might be enough. We need 5 per. So we're going to do that. This is a different setting. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Maybe the ones that are getting stuck are in a different setting. Ah, wait. We had this one stuck here. What is it on? Move to output when cell was full. Networks filled. This could be the issue. Could be the operation mode. Could be the operation mode. Okay, let's try it. Let's do one more test. Let's do one more test. Let's take all these cells out and we'll change this operation mode so it's like this. Because I've never seen these ones get stuck. It's only been like weird ones. I don't know how much of a difference this would make. Nice. We should have recorded all the settings of each one that got stuck, but if they're all consistent now, we'll definitely assertively know that this doesn't. It looks like it did get processed and it somehow did get this. I don't know what happened. Whatever. All right, let's just make sure it's consistent. Cool, and we're gonna queue a bunch more. Maybe we could add that buffer. Okay, let's do iron rods. Okay. Inverted lamp. Lime. Where did I place those? Inverted green lamp. I swear I made a ton of them. Just run out of shit. I definitely made it a lot more. Okay, well, I guess we'll find them eventually. I don't know where I placed them. Okay, hopefully this test works. Maybe we'll queue the... I think the engraved circuits are a really good test, these ones. I think this is a good test as well, because that uses the assemblers and the engravers. We use the benders and the engravers, so... It's really cheap to craft. Okay, it's looking fine. Everything is replacing well. We wanted wireless. Let's make a wireless connector. Ender eye plate. We're so poor. Okay. Let's pattern those two. Cutting machine and compressor. Hey, Doug, have you ever messed with red power, funky locomotion frame queries? Is that in GTNH? I've messed with some of the frame stuff before. But that doesn't ring a bell. I messed around with frames. There's like this thing that you can move blocks with. Like you can move like machine controllers. I think it's these debug frame motors, not the debug ones, but the actual ones. Oh no, I've not really played any other packs, so I don't know. I don't know much about other mods. If you ask me any mod in GTNH, I'll probably have used it, but anything out of that scope, probably not. Okay, those are cute. Yeah. Anyone miss advanced buildcraft logistics? I've never used. I've used a little bit of buildcraft. I know buildcraft is in GTNH, but I didn't play around with that too much. I just want these wireless connectors. These stupid wireless connectors. Oh, it's so hard. Might have to take a break soon. It's really hot in my room, so I'm gonna go. I don't know, maybe I'll go to the shops or something. All right, let's get some titanium plates. If you have ideas for meteor miners, I'll be interested. So I do want to do something different. I was thinking of doing. I was thinking of using arcane bores, but only using one bore. Oh, I need to charge my phone. Fuck. Give me a sec. I don't know. I've had a lot of weird thoughts. Because you can teleport stuff very easy, and it would be really cool to just see a teleporting bore going through out a meteor and just mining it. And you're only using one, right? So it's not really going to affect much TPS. We have railcrafts. That's like the only funky thing we would have, I guess. Teleport triggered ITNT. That could work, but I'll do it if ITNT was 100% drop rate. Oh yeah, Steve's carts. Yeah, sorry, Steve's carts. Because I know you can teleport Steve's carts as well. There's like a teleportation module or something. And there's a lot of things. There's like bores. Like there's things I've wondered that, like if you get this boring module from Railcraft, how does it work? Like, can I just put a minecart down and it will mine underneath it, and I don't have to do anything? Like, could I just drop minecarts on top of a meteor? There's things like this that I just don't know how they work, and I'd have to look further into it. Yeah, create some cool drills. Yeah, maybe. Buildcraft mining wells. I think Buildcraft is very restricted in this version. That's uncraftable, but yeah, we can't even hit an MPT to get it. Does BC robots, do any of you have experience in BC robots? I feel like this will be quite laggy, but they do have miners, and you could have robot miners that do work, and I think they do apply fortune. I think these guys, and they're makeable HV. I have set them up before. But they're freaking painful to do because you need these tables and shit. And I would have to watch a YouTube tutorial on how to do it again. But they definitely work. I've done it in GTNH, so. Why use them instead of the meteor mining thing? Because I've done the meteor mining thing before. That's basically the main reason. Oh, nice. This has been crafted. Yeah, I was using like a, let's say, I don't know, 10-year-old tutorial on BC robots to try to get it working. Yeah, there's very little documentation. Okay, let's get a wireless connector. We need the connection kit. Use the hobgoblins. I was thinking of that, honestly. That could work. Oh shit, we need freaking more. Okay. But they're entities, I don't really want to use too many. BC pipes can mine blocks directly. I feel like they would have disabled that. I don't see any pipes, only APRs. They must have disabled them. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, nothing got stuck. Hang on, hang on. Nothing got stuck. Wait, is everything crafted? Well, something is stuck. Something didn't craft for some reason. This one. This extruder mold ended up with gold in it. Is this because... Okay, this is definitely an issue. Wait, no, why does that happen? That doesn't make sense. How does that happen? It's not because the machine wasn't. But it's mixed up the inputs, so maybe 2 cells did get in here. Not too sure. But it happened with that one again. Did I forget to clear the cell or no? I'd have to look at the VOD. I feel like I would have cleared the cell. Maybe our loading module isn't good. Like it's a little bit inconsistent. Like this thing here. Maybe we have to refine this. We're using HV cover. It's fine. So maybe if we do shove cells, oh shit. If we do shove cells into here and we change it to this mode when work is done, or when cell is filled or full. No, it should be this one. We should need that one. Whatever. Okay, we'll try Q it again. Yeah, and those were the missing ones that were missing. We'll check any of the other ones. It's literally just that. Okay, we'll try Q another. But that's pretty good. It was towards the end it failed as well, so we'll keep that in mind. You could do that one setup that weighs 20% of meter that has annihilation planes. No, I'm not going to do that. That's been done already. So is it missing? It's missing a mode. Why would it be missing a mode? It shouldn't be missing a mode. I think it's missing a mode because it's trying to insert the second recipe that gets inserted inside. I think I might know what it is. Right, okay, so I'll try to explain it. So for some reason, we get 2 cells consequentially? No, not consequentially. But if for some reason we get 2 cells consequently entering the cell together, we'll get 1 inserted in the first tick. And because IO ports operate every tick, it's going to export this machine instantly to this formation plane, right? And then the second one comes in. The second one comes in, fills up this spot. And then this IO port is got to try output the items from this second cell into this engraver. It's not going to look at the first one. It's going to do the second one first, because priority works is it starts back here and it goes here and it goes here. And the thing with single blocks is they don't like to have items inserted into them that don't have the correct like cover or whatever. Sorry, they don't have they just can't be inserted them because there's just no recipe associated with them. Like I wouldn't be able to automatically insert this covered cable into this precision laser engraver. It's just not going to work. It's not the same as an input bus. So what I think is there's some sort of inconsistency in the way that I'm loading cells. And they're somehow double inserting into here, which there shouldn't be. One way I could try reduce it is by using slower conveyor modules. Another way is just trying to come up with a different module that can only insert one item at a time and stop it from inserting another. This is basically what this is doing is it's accepting input from down below. Maybe we can use, maybe we shouldn't use one tick covers for it. We should use HV conveyor covers and see if that fixes it. Wait. All right, this actually we might be cooking right here. Hang on. So instead of these filtered conveyor covers we have underneath right now, under here, we can use HV conveyors. Oh, this one is using HV conveyor. Hang on. So the only ones that are causing issues that we've seen have the filtered conveyors. They might be importing into this too quickly. Can you turn off conveyors with Redstone? Yes, you can. Oh, no, you can't. Wait, can you? I actually don't know. I don't know. I don't think you can. So we might just replace these all with HV conveyor covers because they import one item every 1 second. I'm fine with the 1 second delay. It's totally fine with me. We just might have some blocking issues, yeah. That's true. That's importing 2 cells at once. But for some reason, it's only happening really occasionally. Which makes me think we don't have... We have filtered conveyor covers in all of these. But... yeah. It's mostly working, so it's a really rare issue. It's not a rare issue, but it happens. It seems to happen once per cycle, which is kind of odd. Did it just happen here? Yeah, okay, it's happened here again. So we'll check. So we've got this bender. So there's meant to be a bender after this precision engraver, and this cell here. Trying to think. 1 second. So if we had 2 cells get inserted into here, where are the items going? That's my question. Where are the items going? We'll check what the contents of this is. But I do think it's that issue that I just described. Yeah, so the bender's here and the gold ingots are in here. So this engraver currently hasn't been destroyed. Okay, this might be a different issue. There might be 2 issues that we have. The recipe is going too quickly? I don't think so. There might be 2 issues at bay. So there might be the potential chance for 2 cells to be inserted and cycled into here. I'm getting through this IO port, which shouldn't happen, but it might be. Maybe this doesn't have a 1 tick detection. We actually don't know how many ticks this takes to work. Actually, how many ticks? It's 1 tick, yeah. So there's 2 potential issues. Okay. We'll keep that in mind. So we'll put the cell back in here. So the machine isn't getting destroyed before the logic to start placing stuff. Yeah. So there's 2 strategies I want to try implement that I think would make it a bit more consistent. Is we're going to replace these all with HV conveyors, these guys. And then we're also going to want to put buffers here. So we know that this annihilation plane always has a space to output these machines, because if it doesn't have a space that it can, it won't break it. It won't break it, and it'll just leave it stuck here. And that is an issue. That is an issue. The reason why it might not be breaking it is because we're ticking it for 1 tick, right? And the A2 network needs to calculate in 182 tick where this bending machine is going to go in this network. And because this network is not big, but we're also on a server that is less than 20 TPS, or it's 20 TPS now, that MSPT has gone down quite a lot. It's very varying there at the moment. You can see it on the top left. Because the server does have some sort of delay and it is skipping ticks or making them slower, this might not calculate fast enough to within that 1 tick, and it will keep the machine there. So to guarantee it does get destroyed, we'll need some output, like maybe closer and not filtered, to guarantee that. Or we have some other way of breaking the block, like a normal block breaker or something. But that's kind of lame. I don't want to do that. So yeah, it's just at this point, it's just going to be about minimizing the chances of a fuck up, because yeah, there's very little ways of guaranteeing this to be perfect. And we also, yeah, I did design this so it is pretty easy to diagnose. So we want to be able to diagnose issues and solve them really quickly. Wireless. But there probably is a way to make it 100% good. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe someone better than me at A2 can do that. We need to get this. We already made this. Did we not have 2 wireless connectors, or did I not make that yet? Guess I didn't. You just checked and Stripe pipes are disabled in GTH? No. Okay, we can put that there. You wonder if it only happens when enough machines are getting destroyed at the same time. That could, yeah, that could be it. Maybe. An intermediate item importer. Oh, that could work. Can item importers... Oh, that could work, actually. Yeah, the Tutino. Maybe that could work. So you're saying that... Oh, that could be good. Hang on, let me think. So because we have this redstone signal here, directly always on, we could put an item importer here with a fuzzy card with cells to import once per pulse. And when it can find a cell, it will input 1 card into here. Then this will instantly go into this, and it will block this off, and it will guarantee no other cells can get input. Then when it's finished processing, this will, well, while it's processing, this will turn off, and then when it's finished, this will turn back on, and then we'll reactivate this item importer. So we could do that. We could do that. The reason why we need this here is because shadow module covers are kind of cooked at the moment. They don't really work. And technically with this item importer, we could remove that. We could remove that, and we could just put the item importer directly below. Or we could put the item importer directly on this block here, actually. And connect that to the input net. I would have to test it out, but it could work. And we make sure that we have the redstone card in here, because this will power that item importer. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Item importers? I use item importers a lot. Let me scroll up a little bit. item importer, because I remember item importers aren't, they're kind of jank. They're a little bit jank. They can only be used every points. I want to say around 0.35 seconds I've been able to consistently use them. So if you get a recipe that's 7 ticks, faster than 7 ticks, it does cook it. And it won't be able to import another item. And that's kind of just annoying to deal with. That's the whole the premise why I designed this, is to avoid using item importers. I also like having this. This setup is clean, I think. I just want to know that it's consistent. And I don't know. It's really hard to test. It's just going to be a while. Okay, it looks like everything is cycled through though this time. Let's see if the light conveyors are done. No. Okay, well that was the one that did fuck up. We're still just waiting on stainless because our EBF just power fails. We might go steal some from Sawyer 9. We just need a couple stacks just for A2 components. Oh, actually, it's probably, I should probably dip for lunch and do something today. There's a failed machine at the end of it. Okay, we'll go inspect that. We'll go get some stainless from Soy. Yeah, he's got a bunch. I mean, he literally gave us a mega distillation tower. So, could just arc furnace that. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, let's put these in. Storage is looking full like always. Thank you for the follow, mission last. Okay, let's go check this failed thing. Oh yeah, we do have a failed one. Okay, let's see what this case is. So this is the same case where it's, I think this is the case where it's failing to break the machine. It feels like it's that. Yeah, this one's definitely just failing to break the machine. No, it's not. No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because the NC items would be in there. So I feel like how could this be happening? This doesn't make sense to me. So maybe there's an issue. It's always between the bender. It's always between the bender and the laser engraver from experience. From experience, but we've only been testing with that. So is there like a world where somehow bending machines are ending up in the laser engraver spot? But I don't think so because they're all the way apart. No, that wouldn't make any sense. I'm gonna have to think about it. Like it happened again. It happened again. This time it's just an extruder empty. We could disconnect these and figure out why. I mean, the first issue that we had was putting conveyor modules down here to make it more consistent. We're going to put the HV ones instead of the filtered conveyors. Because that could remove a source of error. Because these are way too fast to what we need. And we were never having issues when we had these on the other array. We also had an intermediate buffer for the machines on the other array, so there was that as well. So we could implement that, and we could use... That could work. Yeah, we can definitely get around this. All right. We're cooking. Let's cue this problematic craft again. Because we had it working 100% on the other array. Engraved gold chips. At least they're all crafted, so everything should start. All starting. All the arrays are on. All 16. Yo, Rainy, how are we going? Is it worth it at OEV to move all your non-recycling flat line to a mega LCR using level maintainers? Depends. It depends. If you like maintains lines, then go for it. I'm not an entire fan of them. Like, they're good, but they can be annoying. They can be annoying. I just find when I build normal lines, it's much more consistent. It's easy to manage. Well, it's not easy to manage, but I don't know. Just always been a fan of passive lines. There are cases where I would do maintain lines though, like narc fuel. Or what else is there? Bast line. I did maintain Bast, like both the lanternide lines on the exact same line using maintainers. That was kind of strong. It's very easy to set up since the line is so linear, and you can use the same machines for basically all the same steps. At the most stable stream times you've ever seen on Twitch? What do you mean by that? I stream at every part of the day. I stream whenever I'm free, basically. Yeah, the old Universal Array was less machines, and it was also cycling these machines within the same subnet. Wireless. Oh, Amazon, thank you. Thank you for the 10 bits. Okay, let's cycle this down here. And we can connect those. And I guess this is going to be its own P2P subnet. So let's get like a blue cable. Get some P2Ps. I don't know if we'll be able to set this up today. But I just want this working for tomorrow because I think this is what I'm going to be submitting for the hooky, the contest. I don't know if I can get my other thing, the other thing that if you know, you know, in time. Maybe I can. I don't know if I'll stream it or not, just so I don't spoil it. But we'll see. We'll see. I think it'd be funny if I can. Shit. I need to be a dog. 9's a dog. 9 is a dog. I could get 9 to place this cable. Wait. I got an idea. You know what? We have something called... Ah, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Now we can portable a hole through here. See, magic is handy, guys. That's not the right way, though. Me and Goose are the only YouTubers that make you look through mod source code mid-video. Let's go. This seems incredibly useful. Do you think it meets requirements of the call? I mean, if it's broken, it doesn't. But it's definitely overcomplicated. It's definitely overcomplicated. Oh shit. Nah, maybe I'll get my other submission working. We'll see. We'll see. I just have to farm a lot of slimes, and maybe Sawyer can lend me some slimes as well, if he's still watching. When is GTNS adding a shrinking chamber multi-block? That'd be fire. Customizable size. I would like that. Okay, let's remove all these. Let's see if we have any of these weird inconsistent issues like we were having before. So far, so good. Everything is running fine and dandy. Honestly, you prefer maintain lines for most things? As someone you played GTNH with, said passive lines, you end up putting a lot of effort into making machines that end up sitting idle. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But machines are free. That's also the other thing. And with passive lines, I don't know. Passive lines are always going to be faster than maintain lines. But it depends how you look at it. Depends how you look at it. Depends how you look at it. Because you are using a lot more components. Like if you were dedicating the same amount of components to a maintain line as a passive line, passive line would win. No, would it? It depends how optimized your passive line is. Depends how optimized it is. Yeah, maintain would win actually. Maintained would win. But then again, it depends how optimized your maintain line is, because you could be waiting for the queue times of the maintainer. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's really just personal preference. Yeah, but you can also just add a lot of machines to passive lines as well. That's the thing. Yeah, what we did when I played with Ivy Lou like a year ago, we had a single net that had every single line on it. We had a single net that just had one maintainer, and we had universal setups for everything. And it did every single line in the game. And that's how we played. That's how we played. I don't particularly like that playstyle. I mean, it did everything well. It did everything well. But I don't know. I just wasn't too much of a fan. But we had one universal setup for everything. And you just deposit, you put all the byproducts back into your main net, so you don't need to loop everything because it's already looped, and you just handle your fluids smartly. So it's like you're approaching it at a very, very high level, I guess, where everything is a byproduct. There's just inputs and like a big group of inputs and a big group of outputs, and it's just clumped. It's just clumped. So it doesn't matter whatever your process, it will eventually even out. But you do need to limit some things. Yeah. But that was interesting. That was interesting. What did we do in the speed run? Did we do a maintainers line? I don't know if Sawyer's still watching. I can't remember now. I think we did use maintainers a lot because they were a lot faster to set up. We didn't use up everything. Like by the end, it was mainly plasmas. We didn't even really need maintainers on plasma. It was mainly circuits we used maintainers for. Yeah, we did use maintainers quite a lot. That's just because it's so easy to set up. Okay, it looks like none of these are breaking. That's what I've been kind of just waiting for. But we normally get the collisions between cycling different things. So let's try cycle. Let's do some extruders now. Let's put some rods in. Let's see if we can get some rods cooking. Wow. We'll get some lathes and we'll get some rods. some rods, so lathes and extruders. Let's see if anything breaks. You think with centralized processing, you don't even have to worry about shared resource deadlock? Yeah. Like your buffer is completely minimal. You've got no buffers. When if you just use the hitbox on the top of the cable to place a PDB? Oh yeah, probably. Probably. I'm not the smartest guy. All right, let's get this on the PDP subnet down here. And we'll get some dense cables. We'll run these down. Oh, we did have a wireless connector in there. Okay, we want to do this one. We want to scale this. It's like, yeah, it's double universal. It's double. It's universal machines and universal NC. And it's very easy to set up passive universal with this as well. So it's like a true universal. But I think it's looking consistent. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna just... What if I left it like this? No. You can't grasp how the original universal works? It's fairly simple. Do you mean the one with the conduit? I mean, I can explain it for you if you want. This is just like a glorified, improved example of it. All universals work fundamentally the same. There is quite a few types. There's quite a few types. The toggle boss ones are very nice, but we don't have access to those yet. In EV, the only ones you have access to are the IO ports one, really. I did kind of use the basis of a conduit universal when I first started designing this thing. All right. Okay, so the basicest universal you can have is literally just like an ME chest. It's literally like a drive into an ME chest. And then you expose this ME chest to your machine. Let's put like a machine somewhere that's like you gotta have a macerator, I guess, and an interface. Oh, it would be a storage bus. Oh, I don't know. It would be freaking anything. We're using IO ports. Okay, we'll pretend that connects. Right? So we'd have a cell in here. And this cell sits idle until it receives an item. We could even power the subnet. Okay, well, I'm just gonna do the full thing now, whatever. Let's do the full thing. I'll explain how the basic premise of it works. And we'll put this IO port here. We'll put this macerator here with a storage bus. This is the basic universal you can make. And we'll just hook up some power. And we'll get a filter. Macerator is probably not a good example for a universal since it's not gonna enter it. Let's use extruder. How do you get so much crystals and stuff? There's recipes for them, so you can just craft them. We just have a passive on random things. I don't goose set up a bunch. It's probably like some magic stuff. I haven't actually paid attention much. All right, so we got 2 subnets, right? This is going to be where your pattern gets inserted into. So you have another kissing interface on this, basically. And what you're going to do is you want some filters on here. So you want an extract filter on here. And you're going to want to filter your cells that contain a non-consumable in them. Right? So let's say we wanted to do rods. Mold, extruder mold. Do we have any extruder molds? Yeah. So basically, you put this extruder mold in here. Right? This is working the same premise as this design, except it's a little bit more complicated because there's an extra step. But ideally, you put this on a blacklist, right? So you blacklist this cell and you have this always active. So this cell cannot get inserted into here because it's that original, it only contains that NC item. And then you want to put these on insert extract. And on this one, you want to do the opposite. So you want to input this cell back into this original drive once it's free, once it's the exact same. So we want to extract here, put it here, and we want to put that on whitelist. Always extract. So once something enters this cell that isn't like anything that enters the cell, let's get a iron ingot. This isn't going to work because we're using single blocks, and you have to do an extra step, like I said. But we can put 64 iron ingots in here. It will extract this cell. It will put it into here. And then this should transfer all the items into here, and then it will start extruding. And then once this is done, this should extract that cell back. But it doesn't because we shouldn't be using IO ports for this. But I guess you could just extract this empty cell into here, but you need to have this NC still. Bad example, but you don't normally have single block universals. So I should have done it like an input hatch or a stocking input hatch or something. You mainly want to start universals once you get stocking input hatch. That's the easiest way to do it, universal. But I'm kind of doing something similar where I kind of treat it like I was talking to you of how I did Ivy League's run, where you have everything in lumps. So I'm kind of just treating all the cells the exact same. So I'm doing them all unfiltered, all the NCs the same. So we have the NCs filtered in these chests. We get IO ports. These kind of import the IO ports, input the NCs into the cell. And then these cells wait for a pattern. And then once this detects that there's a pattern, it will get inserted into that net. This net will load the controller into that same NC once it's available. It'll send it to here, and then it will then process the items, and it will destroy the machine and everything, and the NC, and then everything gets freshly implemented back into all these modules, and then the same cycle continues. That's kind of how it works. And at this point, we do have a broken machine, which is exciting. Now we can try to figure out what happened. At this point, we are in a pretty good state. We're almost good, but we are having a couple issues where machines, for some reason, we're getting empty machines, which makes no sense to me. Still makes no sense. It literally makes 0 sense why we're getting empty machines. Like, yeah, it makes no sense. Why would we be getting empty machines? Like, the only reason I could think of is somehow these cells, somehow empty cells are getting through the cracks and are entering into here. Like, let's say, we have an empty betting machine. We could put this through, and this will get exerted into here. And then this will cause an empty machine to be processed, which I don't know where it would be, but it would get stuck. This betting machine will get stuck somewhere. It's the only, like, yeah, there it is. Now it's stuck, and now it's got nothing. And then when another cell comes through, but it would have processed something. Otherwise another cell wouldn't have been able to get through. Anyways, I think it's time for me to have a break. I might go have lunch, or I'll go somewhere for lunch maybe. We'll see. Let's reset this. And we'll destroy all these. Shit. Fuck, I just voided all of them. Whatever. Don't need them. I was trying to enable my magnet and then I... No! Shit. We put filters into there by accident. That's definitely going to break something. I don't know where they could even go. That's the thing. Oh, they probably went to the main net. We went to main net. I think that's fine. It probably went to main net. Okay, cool. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope it's a learning experience for all of you. We'll get this set up soon. This shouldn't be too bad to set up. We did the hard part. We just need to add the filters and add the P2P connections. And then we are going to have a separate P2P on this one for specifically the engravers. There's going to be for the engravers. So we're going to be rerouting how the engravers send their items. And they're all going to go through here instead of the main array. Anyways, yeah. Let's see if anyone is streaming. I want to take a picture of this. It's going to be next thumbnail. Alrighty. I don't think anyone really streams GTA at my times. It's so weird. Oh, there's quite a few people with Shiny Bucket. They must have just started. Shiny Bucket _ Alright, sorry, I was moving my mic. Because I'm hot. Alright, such raid Shiny. Like, where's all the other Project Singularity guys? Where's all the others? We can cross raid. Okay. Need more people. Maybe we bring more people into Project Singularity next season, whenever that is. Tell 9 to go live. I don't think we'll go live. All right, I'll see you guys later. Cheers.